Hi Scorpio, welcome to your new moon in Sagittarius reading for December 12th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. The focus, or rather the direction this reading is going in, is true love. Nice. It's a number 4 energy. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Number 4 is the energy of strong foundations. It can also be something that is feels immovable, right? If you have a cube or you have a square, it doesn't roll very well. You have to push it. So it's something immovable. It can be foundations, right? Foundations for true love. And the energy that you're putting into it very often when you have a new relationship, it's those first few months even that kind of set the tone for a relationship. So they're really important times. And I know it's kind of like, it's kind of like in the beginning, it can be really exaggerated, I think. So I always find that it's important to kind of ground that in the beginning and show your true self, right, at the beginning. True love can also mean self-love. Let's see where your focus is. And, love of higher self, higher love, understanding. Wow, okay, so you have the Magician card. That's really nice. You might be calling in, you might be hoping or wishing for some romantic situation to come along, a romantic partner. Or you really could be working on self, right? The Magician for me is concept. So this is really important because it's your vision. Let's say you had an ideal idea of a partner, right? Your ideal partner, and you meet somebody, and you compare this new person that you've met to your ideal. That's the Magician. So the Magician is your initial concept and vision, and every decision that you make should be compared to that initial vision. And to understand, what's a deal breaker. That's, I definitely can't live with somebody who doesn't, I don't know, let's just say clean up after themselves, or, doesn't help in the kitchen or whatever. It's just understanding what it is that you want, what it is that is your ideal, and for a true love. If you are doing any manifesting, the Magician is the perfect card. Let's say you don't have true love for self or for somebody else. The Magician is keeping your thoughts going in the same direction, or manifesting what it is that you want, not what you don't want. So you always want to keep your thoughts on what it is that is your ideal. Okay, nice and interesting, I think. The first column, I'm going to lay out all the cards first. Wow. Okay. The first column is the new situation you find yourself in at the time of the new moon, or, look at that. How interesting. Already, wow, Scorpio. Or what it is that you're beginning at this time. The second column is you and how you are behaving in the situation and how you see it. Wow, very interesting cards. And then the last column is the last column is the probabilities of how things can turn out. And I say probabilities because sometimes we can change things, but with the Magician card there, I think in this case we can change situations. Okay, so Let's have a look at this. The Ace of Cups and the Death card. Well, the Ace of Cups is an emotional new beginning. And since we're looking at true love, it can be the beginning of a cycle of true love, right? And again, this can be with yourself, or it can be with somebody else. This new cycle, though, definitely brings in a change for you with that Death card. And for me, the Magician, because it is the number one, it is the impetus, it's the initiative, right? As is the Ace of Cups, the ace is always related to the Magician. Any ace is related to the Magician card. And so we are becoming aware of something on an emotional level here, because if the Magician is awareness, then the Ace of Wands is an awareness of a new emotional beginning. The Death card is Scorpio. It's associated with Scorpio, and Scorpio is the Phoenix card, right? Rising from your ashes. So there can be some interesting romantic energy around, but again, it can also be real self-love. Not egoistic, not egotistical, but an honoring of yourself. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So this can be the person that is showing love, or offering it, or it can be the person that you're directing your love towards. This is, for me, this is the woman who is very practical in her measures. She is looking for stability. And so in this case, I'm assuming that she's looking for love, a stable kind of love, right? True love. It's not flash in the pan, it's not one night stand, it's, it's something deeper. And what is also interesting is the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles are pretty even keel, but the Ace of Cups gets things excited. It's that first love energy. It's the, the beginning stages of something romantic, which is hardly practical. But there seems to be a practicality with this, or some sort of feeling of wanting, the stability in love. This Queen of Pentacles can be square in features. Check the chin and the forehead, and sometimes even the hands. You'll find them rather square. And often a jaw line is quite square. And also if they have the attributes of the 3 signs prior, like all of them. So the long features, round features, and sharp features. If she has all of them and you can't quite decipher, what element she is, she's probably Pentacle, because she has them all, and that brings her stability. But this Queen of Pentacles usually gets what she wants. And I really kind of want to pull one more card for that. This is, for me, it's associated with Aquarius. But it's more about the energy of the person as opposed to their astrological sign when it comes to elements. Okay, so you have a Page of Cups there. Maybe they have a child, or maybe it is somebody younger. Maybe there's some insecurities there. True love can be, maybe it's just a youthful person that you are dealing with. But there is expansion where romance is concerned. This person may also have really strong intuition or psychic abilities, or they can be a little bit, they're very different people, because first of all, this is an older person, this is a younger person, but certainly, earth and water. Earth is very stable, water is not. Water conforms to the whatever container they're in, right? So I'm going to pull one more because it's a person card and it's really not telling me that much. Yep, choices. Ooh, okay. This can be choices in love or just choices within this romantic situation. And it could also be somebody you meet through somebody else or a choice between two people. When the Lover's card comes out, it is a fork in the road. And I always say it doesn't have to be about a romantic choice, but in this case, I think it is. In this case, it really feels like it. And what I find interesting about this and the idea of true love and this romantic situation is that the idea behind the Lover's card is that it is a choice of love. This type of love here is more of the sexual type of love, your passions, right? The fire bush back there, it's fiery, so it's passionate. The second type of love is romantic love, but it can also be like love that you feel for your parents, love that you feel for a pet. It's that kind of love. And the angel is the highest love, which is compassion. And so the Lover's card offers you the choice of the three types of love. And when we're looking at true love here, this can either be the second or the third type. Now, the second type would probably be with this person. Oh, it could also actually be the lower one as well, because they're the people of the earth, right? And Aquarius is a very altruistic sign. So it's the greater love, the humanitarian love, and not always the person right across from me, right? It's a bigger type of love. The Page of Cups can be the compassionate type of love, because Pisces is very compassionate energy. But they can also be just the romantic type of love with either one of them. So you do seem to have some choice ahead of you. Maybe you're at a fork in the road here for somebody. Or there can be love vying for your attention. And somebody else may be making the choice. But you're behaving like the Page of Swords, which is associated with Taurus for me. Oh, and by the way, this is summer timing. So there might be something significant in this romantic situation that happens around the summertime. Even though it can get started now, maybe something very significant happens in the summer in regards to the big change. In any case, the Page of Swords is my detective card. This is somebody who can go through great lengths to clear the clouds in his mind, to clear those questions that he has in his mind. And this can be online detective work, right? We're looking through their social media, etc., etc. But it can also be other ways of, just asking around, do you know this person? What do they like? What do you think? That kind of energy. But it is sort of like looking into somebody. And again, you have this Ten of Swords card. And maybe you're a little bit like, I'm through with love. I don't want anybody or anything at the moment. That can be the Ten of Swords, but it can also be the Death card. And the Ten of Swords is stick a fork in me, I'm done kind of energy. It is the end of a difficult mental situation. So something could have happened where you've had some difficulty where romance is concerned. And like I said, it feels like we're kind of done and dusted with a lot of things. We're just looking for some mental peace here. The card always says, is it a dawn or is it dusk? So your perception is really important as to the direction of, where thoughts go, energy flows. So, hopefully you're remaining positive. But you have questions with that with that Page of Swords. and you want to find out. And I think it's because we've been hurt before and we don't want the same thing to happen. Or maybe it's quite unexpected because like I said, maybe a lot of you are like, I don't want any romance, I'm not interested, I've had enough for this year, and luckily it's the end of the year, so we get to start again on a new cycle. Okay? So there is a new cycle coming. That's obvious here and here. So sometimes what is important to understand with the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, sometimes you're at the bottom of the wheel. But there's a change of luck with the Wheel of Fortune. And so it's very possible that we are finding a new cycle in love. But do remember that it's not always top of the wheel in any situation. You'll have your ups and downs. And so don't give up. It's just cycle. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I suppose. The probable outcome is the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups. So we find ourselves again at a crossroads with that dualistic energy of the Two of Wands, which is needing to make decisions or planning situations. Not yet participating, though. This is more planning. The Three of Wands is where you become a participant. The Two of Wands is still kind of trying to decide what direction I'm going. This or that, right? Duality. And if the Ace of Wands is about the beginning of a new passionate beginning, the Two of Wands is, okay, so what am I going to do with this passion? Let's say your new passion is, let's say it's a new romantic beginning, but they live somewhere else because he's holding the world, right? Maybe you've met them online and they live somewhere else and you're kind of like, well, I really like this person, but they live far away, there'd have to be travel, they live in the next town over, they live in the next country, whatever it is. It can be something like that, but there's choice with the Two of Wands, and it's choice and passion. And what do we see here again with the Lovers? Choice and passion. The Four of Cups is that, again, that feeling of dissatisfaction. So you have kind of all your dissatisfied energy below and the new things that are kind of coming up above. The Four of Cups is definitely that you've been dissatisfied or bored with relationships in the past, and you're being offered something new, a new cup, right? A new emotional cup. It can be like this, again, from out of nowhere, something comes along and says, well, fill the cup up with what you want then, if you're bored. Here you go, try it again, see what happens. But this time, think bigger, in a way, right? Make a loftier decision, a loftier choice. Six of Wands. You may want to see this person, but you may want to do it in a group setting, right? Or perhaps you meet them in a group setting. The Six of Wands is a victory in group situations. It's a valor. It's the card of valor. So people might be talking you up. People might be saying good things about you, and this person hears, and they're like, yeah, I want to date this person. Let's, give me her details or his details kind of energy. So it can also be the marriage card, and if it is true love, who knows, right? Anything's possible. But there is victory in group situations, and it feels to me like you're victorious, at least for now, because remember that Wheel of Fortune card. It really does say, everything is cyclical, you'll have your ups and downs, but hopefully there'll be more ups than downs, or the downs won't be tragic. But I feel also that you might be kind of a little bit leery of taking a gamble on somebody. And so with that's why that Page of Swords is there saying, well, let me look further into this. I'm not going to just jump in. Even though there may be a real pull here with that new or true love, rather, card. But again, true love can also be self-love, which I think is... I think it's key to getting a good relationship, right? Love yourself first. Okay, so I don't have all my decks with me. I did bring a few. The one I'm going to use now is gifted to me from some really kind people in England at the Arthur Findlay College for Mediumship. So it holds a special place in my heart. And yeah, I'll share it. It's very simple. There's not much to it. It's just kind. Okay, wow, look at that. Openings. A new door is opening for you. So that's fantastic. And it really is portending a new opportunity, certainly romantic. There's the key to probably happiness. This looks really good, and I still see you a little bit leery, a little bit, but I think the more you look into it with that page of swords, the better off you'll feel. You know what I mean? And I think that, yeah, this looks really nice for you, Scorpio. Good luck. I hope that it works out for you. Thank you for listening. I'll return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. And until then, enjoy some romantic escapades. Bye for now.